Warning, this show contains strong language and topics that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised.
Now get the cards, the cards from my generation. I'll take the come on, let's get it on. Don't get the loss, the money. We're in this together and do it all. They said that nothing's forever, and they refuse to see the change in me. Why won't they wake up?
Welcome to Suplah City.
Hello wrestling fans and welcome to another edition of the Suplah. Welcome to Suplah City. I am Andy Guan, and with me as always, well not as always, but for this episode, is Sam Brooks. Sam?
Oh, hey.
What are you doing?
I'm watching this video from What Culture, like the top 10 Vince McMahon overreactions. Pretty good.
That sounds familiar, Sam. Why are you
Yeah.
watching that when we should be doing a show?
No, that's the thing me and Liam edited. It's cool, you know, nothing big or anything. It got like, I don't know, 500,000 views almost in like its first day.
Why
no
are
biggie.
you... Wait, we're doing a show. What are you doing? Why are you watching that?
There's no news, Andy.
There
What do, you
is.
want, what do you want me to do? There's like no news we can talk about, so I'm just gonna sit here for an hour and watch videos that I've edited that will get 1 million more views than anything I've ever done before.
We can discuss something. We can actually debate about something, Sam.
What?
Fuck, I forgot.
Do you mean that debate of whether the internet wrestling community ruins wrestling?
Yes, do you want to edit that or not?
No, we'll keep all of this in. Alright. So, because there's no news today, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be doing a first, I guess, test run edition
Yes.
of the Suplah Debates, a show that we've wanted to happen for literally over a goddamn year.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. If that intro is to say anything,
Yeah, it really says the mood of what we're doing here. Basically,
Yes.
no news. Like, none. There's nothing we can really talk about other than, I don't know, WWE Roadblock. Do you get it? We're on the road to WrestleMania.
and it's
It's a road.
you might as well just call it WWE Roadworks,
WWE
Fine.
congestion charge.
WWE Traffic Bottlenecking. It's just stupid.
The next thing you know, the WrestleMania pre-show is going to be called WrestleMania Car Park. Like, do you get we're on a road, guys?
Get it?
Fast lane? Roadblock?
WWE Motorway. You
Right.
get it?
Stupid, but yeah, Ambrose will be facing Triple H. Ambrose gonna lose.
Yeah.
Who cares? So, before we actually do anything, we have two things that we have to do. I have to give Mr. Kwan,
Hello.
over here, some specialist treatment
No, you don't.
that we've been doing since the start of the year.
No, we don't need to
Where
do this.
we do though, but look,
No,
Andy,
I won. I am the riddle master. I am the riddle king. I don't
your
know what I'm
streak
doing
is
with
2
my arms,
and
but-
1. The last number needs to fucking surpass the first number before you can really be considered a success. So you just need to get 2 riddles right and you're in the gold.
Alright, fine.
So, Mr. Kwan,
Yes.
Andy Kwan,
Hello.
the Big Polygon,
What does that mean?
the Trumpeter Swan,
You're just rhyming things.
Catherine of Araquan.
Don't stop talking.
What has hands but cannot clap?
No. No, say it again.
Really? You want me to repeat the shortest riddle yet?
What has hands but cannot clap?
There you go, so you do listen. The only thing you have to do, right, is get the answer to this in, say, I don't know,
A clock!
less time than you... What?
A clock.
Shit.
I did it again! I
I'm
did
not
it
letting
again!
you off that easy, though. I'm not letting you off that easy. We're gonna do round 2.
What the... No!
Bonus
no.
round. Okay.
What the fuck is a bonus round?
You walk into a room with a match, a kerosene lamp, a candle, and a fireplace. Which do you light first?
The fireplace?
Why, Andy?
What?
Why do you light the fireplace first?
Because you...
It's not the
Name the
right
op-
answer.
Name the options again.
You walk into a room with a match, a kerosene lamp, a candle, and a fireplace. Which do you light first?
The kerosene lamp.
Why, Andy?
Don't know.
No, you can't just be like, I'm saying this because it might be right. You gotta give reasoning for this,
Is
buddy.
kerosene? I don't know.
Why would you light the kerosene lamp before all the others?
I don't know. What's kerosene? I don't know. I don't know. Reasons.
You get one more try, okay? You
I don't even know what kerosene is.
Shut up!
How
You
the hell?
walk into a room with a match, a kerosene lamp, a candle, and a fireplace. Which do you light first?
Am I carrying these things, or is it in the room?
Yes, you're carrying the fireplace, Andy.
Obviously not the fireplace. I meant the lamp. Oh,
Yes, okay, for the sake of this, you're carrying a lamp.
The fireplace.
Again, no! You said that before and it was wrong.
Oh, the lamp. I don't know.
Oh my god.
What was the other one?
You can't even remember the other two
I'm
options.
trying to figure out what kerosene is.
You walk into a room
Right.
with a match, a kerosene
You like the
lamp,
match. You like the
candle,
match.
and
You
a
like the
fireplace.
fucking
What do you
match.
light
Because you
first?
can't light anything else without a match.
What?
You do the match first because you can't light
There
anything
you
else without a
go.
fucking match. Ah, fuck's sake! I'm so close. No!
You were not close. You said three. You
Your
said the
stupid
four
bonus
answers
round
before.
ruined it all. You ruined my streak.
So that brings it up to 4 and 2.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Don't worry, Andy. You'll get there eventually.
Which streak are we talking about?
Stop pouting. Right.
I'm not.
Before we go on to our debate, which we've probably said already, does the internet ruin wrestling? Very good question, but for now, let's take a look at some comments from last week.
From the internet.
We have, what did we talk about last week again? Shane McMahon returning. I wasn't there for
You
this.
went out there.
Shane. Okay.
Okay.
What, like,
Fucking okay.
What?
Just okay.
Alright, here's the thing. I know Liam likes to think that he's an amazing journalist because he goes back and watches a couple of matches every now and then. Not how it works, but
Oh,
okay.
that edit was so good, by the way. Just like,
Oh, well, thank you.
and it's just like, I go back and watch all the matches. There's like, I can't remember when Shane left.
Then again, you're guilty of doing the exact same things as he is. So.
But I don't claim to go back and watch things. That's the thing.
Alright, I've completely missed the boat on Shane McMahon. I only remember him returning in like 2009 to fight Randy Orton. That's all I really remember. I liked what I saw, but it was like 7 years ago.
Did you go back and watch any of the other stuff he did? He
No.
fell off things!
He jumped off of things. Okay.
He fell off
You know who else did that?
things.
Jeff Hardy.
Oh.
You know who people hate? Jeff Hardy. You know who isn't good? Jeff Hardy. Like, okay, he fell off things, credit where credit's due, that's cool and everything, but I don't know, as a guy who only saw him in 2009 and never anywhere before, I knew he existed and everything. I knew who he was, but I just never watched any of his matches.
I know of him.
I know the name. I have an approximate knowledge of many things,
Go
and I
back.
have heard
you
the
need
name
to educate
Shane
yourself.
McMahon.
Go back and watch King of the Ring.
You want to talk about education, Andy?
I have a degree.
That
So
you barely use.
talk about the comments.
Alright, so we have a pretty good comment which we've actually not really talked about since the event happened. Bullet Club vs. The Shield asks us, what are your thoughts of the Titus O'Neil suspension?
Total bollocks.
Right.
Like,
This is hang on, but for anyone who may not know, right, because we haven't covered it on this show, and presumably you get all of your wrestling news from us. Like, if you do, that's great. I don't get why, but that's really good. The Titus O'Neil suspension occurred during the Daniel Bryan retirement speech from Raw. After that incredible, like, emotional moment happened, and I believe it was Vince, Stephanie, and Triple H were walking to the back. Titus O'Neil, former primetime player, the guy that goes,
ahoo.
not that. He grabbed Vince, like, on the arm, and Vince, like, playfully shoved him away. And now Titus O'Neil has been suspended for 60 days, and he was originally going to be fired for this. What?
The fuck?
Repeat that?
For a
Titus
hug.
O'Neil engaged in backstage shenanigans on camera, and he almost got fired for doing it. Despite being a model employee.
And this is coming from the guy who said the F word on live PG television, and also did this on live television.
I don't know what that was, but
Well,
okay.
that was the middle finger covering it up to the fans.
Yeah, right. I
Right?
guess being the owner of the company has its privileges.
Yeah, okay, you can do what you want, it's your company, but still, podcast.
Yeah, still, you gotta have, like, a prevailing head of sanity, which is
Yeah.
rich for Vince McMahon to have, but... people have been coming out and saying that Titus O'Neil should just leave, namely Dave Bautista. I mean, it's easy for someone to say they should leave the WWE when they left and became a successful movie star.
Yeah. Like,
Okay, if Titus O'Neil leaves the WWE, he doesn't have a movie career to fall back on. He
Yeah,
has
it's like-
TNA to fall back on.
that's not even a thing you want to fall back on.
No. Don't
So-
be like 90% of the WWE alumni. Don't go to TNA.
And that's the thing, it's like... I'm guessing the dude's got kids.
Yeah, he's
The
got
dude's
kids and
got, like,
everything.
a family, so...
Yeah, he's a family man. That's like one of his things. Like, that's why he's
So-
such a model employee, because he goes out and does stuff in the community and everything.
Yeah, I don't get why you would suspend someone for that.
Hmm.
Because no one cared. No one gave a shit. Like,
Right.
And then this news came out.
I mean, everyone
Who
knows
cares?
the backstage shenanigans that happened. Like, everyone knows about that time Kofi Kingston, like, fought Vince McMahon on a plane, right? Everyone knows about the Kurt Angle, Vince McMahon matches that all happened backstage,
Yes,
out
they
of the
have.
camera view, right?
Like, who cares?
What the hell?
It's a
We all
hug.
know that happens. Like, what even happened? You couldn't even see it clearly. He just grabbed Vince.
Well, apparently he tried to hug him, or he tried to let Stephanie go by first, being the gentleman, going, let Stephanie go first.
Well, I wouldn't call
Lady.
Stephanie much of a lady, but point being, right? Completely ridiculous. Even Scott motherfucking Hall says that it's bullshit.
No, it's bollocks. And I don't get why anyone would think that that's a suspensionable offence.
You suspend people for doing drugs.
Yeah. Not hugging.
Then again, this is the same company that also fired Brad Maddox for calling the audience cocky pricks in a dark segment on SmackDown.
Well, I don't know, that's a bit, that's bad
A
language.
dark segment on
Yeah, but
SmackDown.
Still bad language. Which,
Vince
by the
said
way,
fuck on TV. John Cena says piss and bitch and all that shit on TV all the time.
yeah,
Roman
there's
Reigns
double
even
standards
says it.
here. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
No. And you gotta think, he's a model employee. Why is he being persecuted for this? Don't play the race card. 'Cause that's probably not it.
Reasons that we don't understand. That
Right.
only Vince McMahon can possibly understand.
Indeed. Anyway, we mentioned TNA. Unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately. We do have to talk about TNA because Rebel Lunatic says, here's a question for you. I know I tend to comment about TNA, but who would you like to debut on NXT from TNA? Pretty decent question.
See, free.
You know what? No.
What?
No. Think about it, right? What does TNA have? That's good. What good things do TNA have right now?
E.
Hmm?
C.
Hmm?
Free.
Take away, as you would say, double EC3 from TNA. What's left in TNA that's good? Point proven. You gotta have at least one good thing in TNA, and EC3 performs the best in TNA. Bearing in mind, when EC3 was in the WWE, they made him Derek Bateman and made his gimmick Chicks and America.
And he poured milk over himself.
No, that's Johnny Curtis. Fandango.
No, that was Derek Bateman. No, that was Derek Bateman.
No, that was Johnny Curtis.
No, Milkman is Derek Bateman. I swear it's Derek Bateman.
No! Fandango Johnny Curtis, man, had all those vignettes leading up to his debut where he made all those puns, like crying over spilled milk and having a chip on his shoulder.
No, that can't be right.
That's right. I'm not kidding.
No, I'm looking this up.
There are pictures on screen right now of this point that I'm making.
For fuck's sake, it was Johnny Curtis.
Right. Don't challenge me on obscure gimmicks, alright? I'm the master of this, okay?
Why do I get confused between the two?
Well, to be fair, they're both, like...
Shit.
Well,
at that time,
at that time they were, yeah.
Yeah.
And Fandango was still in questionable waters, but... keep EC3 in TNA because EC3, like, TNA needs him. Who would I want to see debut in NXT from TNA?
No one.
Samoa
AJ... Oh. James... Oh.
Okay, here are the obvious answers. Bobby Roode.
Yeah.
I'd quite like to see Eli Drake.
I don't know who that is.
He's pretty good. Mandrews.
Who in the fuck is Mandrews?
The amount of times that you have asked that question.
Who the fuck is Mandrews?
Mark Andrews.
Why is he called Mandrews?
Because they're stupid.
That's like calling me Quandrews. Stupid. Quandrews.
You know, okay. You know how Grado is employed in TNA right now?
Sadly, yes.
He's not on this roster. You know who's on this roster?
Who is?
O-Dog the Great.
Who in the actual fuck
Andy?
is that?
Andy?
Yep.
Spell out O-Dog.
Okay. You want me to guess how it's spelled?
Spell out how you think O-Darg is said.
O-R...
No.
D... What?
O-D-A-R-G. O-D-A-R-G. Say that backwards.
You do it, I can't see it.
What are you...
No, wait, what is it? Okay, what are the letters again? I'll type them in. Wait, what was it? O-D...
A...
A-R...
G.
G... G-R-A... Oh, this is dumb. Grado? Why the fuck is it O-Dog?
I think Grado got fired from TNA, and O-Dog the Great took his place.
No, please, no. Please, God, no, please, no. Please, God, no, please. Make it stop. It hurts. It physically hurts. It actually... fuck. Oh, make it stop, please.
I wish Gail Kim had never left WWE.
By the way, none of these people are on the TNA... Well, some of them are on the TNA roster page.
Well, of course they're not. Who's on their roster page? But we know doesn't work for them.
Let's see. Christy Hemme.
Oh. Is Bully Ray still there?
No.
Thank God.
Yeah, this roster is the tiniest roster I've ever seen.
Terrible. Anyway, more comments. Order 66. New commenter. Hello, good sir / madam / whatever you define yourself as. He posted an essay. It says, Roman Reigns will continue to get pushed as the top babyface because it isn't about what the customers want. It's all about what Vince wants. Vince is just a narcissist with a god complex. He thinks that the fans are just ignorant little peons who are supposed to like what he tells them to like, and that's all there is to it. Boo Reigns out of the building, and Vince will continue to push him in an attempt to remind the fans who's in charge. Factor in that he's a 70-year-old man completely out of touch with today's audience, and nothing is going to change as long as Vince is running things.
Yep, that's about right. Yep, that's.
And I swear to God, if you use that goddamn analogy of it's like walking into McDonald's,
It is like walking
going to
into
fight you. I'm going to punch
It
you
is!
until you stop moving.
It's like walking into a McDonald's.
No,
like,
it's
can
not.
I have chicken nuggets? And they give you a fucking, I don't know, fillet fish. Right, it's the same thing.
The responsibility of McDonald's is to offer you what you want. Like, it's legitimately their responsibility. It's what their service is based around.
That's
You go
the
into
same thing as WWE, right?
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No!
Yes,
that's
it
like, That's
is.
like saying you walk into Breaking Bad and ask for Jesse Pinkman to be the main character instead of Walter White. That's literally what you're saying, and that's ridiculous.
No.
It is ridiculous. You walk
No.
into WWE,
WWE,
they're offering
say
you
it themselves.
they're offering you Roman Reigns as the main event. If you don't like it, go back to Ring of Honor.
WWE,
You can't change that.
Their fucking thing is like, we always listen to our fans.
Well,
that is
they
what we
lie.
do. If you go around saying that shit and you don't actually do it,
When have they ever listened to the fans, apart from like those 5 times throughout history?
but they fucking claim that they do.
They
so
don't
why?
build their company around
Okay
that.
then, I'd rather they turn around and go, we don't listen to you, fuck off. I'd rather they did that.
That's what they do anyway,
They don't.
right? Do you
They don't.
understand? Do you understand why going into McDonald's, asking for a Big Mac, and getting a Big Mac is not the same as watching WWE and telling them
No,
you
if
don't
I
want
went
Roman
into
Reigns,
McDonald's and
instead
asked
give me
for
Dean
a Big Mac
Ambrose?
and get a Big Mac, I would be very happy, actually, because I asked for a Big Mac.
Yeah, but do you realise how ridiculous it is that you walk into WWE and say, I don't want Roman Reigns, I want Dean Ambrose in the main event?
Yes.
That's ridiculous to say that.
No, that's not ridiculous.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is, because WWE is not based around, like, customers demanding that you give something to them.
Oh, I think
WWE
it
offers
is. I think it is.
WWE offers you a product. If you don't like it, go back to Ring of Honor, go back to TNA, New Japan, whatever else you watch. You don't have to watch WWE. Who cares? Right? You understand what I'm saying?
You are incorrect there, sir.
No, I'm not incorrect. We have different opinions.
And you are incorrect with yours. Anyway, so, what other comments do we have?
We don't. I'm gonna edit in a stupid face on you for about the next 5 minutes.
No. Right, let's just not do that, okay?
Don't
Right.
annoy the editor, Andy. You'll incur my wrath.
No.
So, does the internet ruin wrestling?
No.
Yes.
What?
Explain yourself.
Right.
In what ways does the internet benefit wrestling?
Okay, look. This whole IWC thing does not exist anymore because everyone has, in the Western world at least, the fucking internet. Okay? Every single goddamn person walking the face of our planet knows this shit is fake. It ain't real. We all know that. They knew that in the 80s, they knew that in the 70s, they knew that in the 90s, they knew that in the last decade, and they know it now. They've always known it. It doesn't make any fucking difference. The internet is fantastic because it connects us and connects us with the promotions and other promotions that wouldn't get the exposure now have exposure. The network fucking exists. I don't have to pay 30 quid to watch WrestleMania this month. I only pay $9.99. That's fucking great. And unfortunately, whether you like it or not, the internet is here to stay, and whether you like it or not, kayfabe is dead. It's completely and utterly dead. And it's been dead for years. People know this shit ain't real, so stop pretending like it is, and ignoring us, because, there's no such thing as a smart fan or an internet fan. Like, back in the 90s, fine, you could say that, because it was not a common thing. The internet was in its infancy, really, in terms of, in homes. But it's been 20 fucking years. Stop being stuck in the 90s, embrace it, and stop doing stupid shit, like pushing Roman Reigns when nobody wants it. When he's getting booed out the fucking building, and you're like, there's internet smarts, don't like him. No, Everyone's a smark. The internet exists. Hell, my little cousins play Minecraft on their fucking phones, yeah? It's a fucking thing that exists. Why can't you just deal with it and evolve with the times instead of being stuck in the 80s? For the love of God.
You done?
Yes.
Let's go for your points. Because I wrote these down as you were going, because as we
Oh,
all know,
fantastic.
Andy
at
Kwan
making
likes
notes.
to make about 50 points in the space of 5 minutes. So, let's begin with the first point you made. Everyone knows that wrestling's fake.
Right.
I challenge you to find a 4-year-old that knows wrestling's fake.
Piss off. That.
Not everyone knows. Not everyone knows. Have you ever been to India? Kayfabe is like a religion there. Not being racist. I read Indian news articles that report on the great Kali being attacked and put in the hospital like it's real life. Mainstream news outlets reporting on that. In an entire country where at least 1 billion people reside.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
I get what you mean when you say everyone knows it's fake, yes. The one question internet fans and general fans everywhere get is wrestling fake? Yes.
Yes.
It's as fake as fucking Walking Dead, alright? We know this. We watch it anyway because we enjoy fake entertainment like everybody else.
Yes.
The only reason people ask that is because WWE and I suppose all wrestling presents itself as this isn't scripted at all. Even though it's clearly not true.
Like, kayfabe is awful.
Right. Everyone has internet access. True. But does that mean they use said internet access to browse wrestling-related stuff?
Well, no, I mean, like, every wrestling fan is connected to the internet.
Oh, sure, every
So
wrestling
they
fan
are
is connected
exposed
to the
to
internet,
this stuff,
but...
whether you like it or not.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, say we have Steve McBarry, alright? Steve McBarry is a 30-year-old man
Right.
who knows 0% about wrestling.
Okay.
Like, he just hasn't been exposed to it throughout his entire life, he just doesn't know anything, okay? Steve McBarry uses Facebook, he uses, let's say, Twitter, and he follows WWE on both. Like, he follows his favorite athletes, he follows Roman Reigns, he follows Seth Rollins, he follows John Cena.
Okay.
He follows all of their Facebook accounts.
Right.
In no way is it ever, like, presented by the WWE themselves that they are, like, fake, quote-unquote. So, say Steve McBarry uses 95% of Facebook for talking to friends, but he uses that other 5 for liking a John Cena Instagram post.
Okay, I was going to say something else, but...
He doesn't... He doesn't... he doesn't necessarily have to read the comments that are put on there, and that's another thing we'll get to later, but... Point being... wrestling fans can use the internet and also not pay attention to anything that happens on the internet in terms of wrestling. Like, they don't have to look at dirt sheets or anything like that.
Right.
Kind of a moot point there.
I
get, like I say, I get what you mean, but I'm offering counter arguments in
But-
proposal to what you said.
My counter argument would be that Barry, or whatever the fuck his name
Steve McBarry.
whatever, Derek McDerrickson, or whatever the fuck his name was, would eventually get exposed to this stuff. Because here's the thing, if he also, like, sees things on that same Facebook post, they'll put things that are from the network about, like, road trip and what is it
Oh,
called?
this is another thing,
All
right?
that kind of thing. So it's
This,
like,
this is a
and the
separate brand,
podcasts
by the way.
and-
This is a separate brand, okay?
Right.
From me. All of these shows, like Total Divas, Breaking Ground, Swerved, Road Trip, all of these things that show, like, what happens behind the curtain. I like to watch them, but I kind of wish they just didn't exist. Now, don't get me wrong, they're good entertainment, for the most part. And I enjoy watching them, for the most part, right? But think about it in the context of, say, Hulk Hogan, and Randy Savage, and Jake the Snake, etc. If these things existed all the way back then,
Yeah.
Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, it would be weird seeing it, would it not? I prefer the notion that people know wrestling's fake, but just because people know it's fake, you don't have to fucking bleed the entire industry out like an open wound and show The Miz and Dolph Ziggler in a car on the way to Atlanta. Like, you get what I mean?
Yeah, but people are not dumb. Like, they know that they're not.
I'm not saying they should patronize the audience, I'm just saying they shouldn't acknowledge it. They should just stay in their own little, like, bubble. Almost.
Either you go the whole hog and go, no kayfabe is dead. Or you have 100% kayfabe.
Like Lucha Underground.
Yeah, you have one or the other. I don't mind both. I don't personally mind both. Because I know that, I'm not dumb.
I mean, say this. There's one end of the scale which is like, I don't know, let's say PWG and Shikara.
Right.
In the middle you have WWE. In like this weird limbo of it's real and it's not real. And then you have, at the opposite end of the scale, deep in the kayfabe balls, Lucha Underground. Where on the scale would you enjoy wrestling? Like, WWE is the middle. People don't really like WWE. But you go to the opposite end of either scale, and people are in love with the products. To what end should kayfabe not exist? Or completely exist? Like, you see what I'm saying? You can enjoy both products.
I mean, I don't know.
And that's another thing entirely as well. Kayfabe is dead forever, is a point that you made. Agreed. Because of things like Total Divas, Breaking Ground, Swerve, and Road Trip, and all those network things.
No, I don't think it's that. I think it's literally everyone.
Well, you can't have kayfabe as well as those. Can you? Unless they play the characters in the other shows as well. Where it's like, I'm Eva Marie, but I'm also Eva Marie on Total Divas. I play Eva Marie all the time, 24/7. You never get to know.
Natalie Marie Coyle.
Right? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit weird.
But the thing about kayfabe is, the UFC has no kayfabe, right?
No.
Why is that so infinitely more popular than WWE right now?
Because it's real.
Right!
And the thing is, as well, it's like, when people hate each other, they legitimately hate each other.
Right.
Like, the issue is that you need to just kill this kayfabe thing off once and for all, because
get the WWE out of a weird limbo between Underground and PWG and go straight into the fucking deep end and just pretend to be like UFC.
Yeah, because at this point, like...
Sure, but at the same time, like, UFC athletes are not the same as WWE superstars.
Right.
Like, remember the last time they tried to do, like, shoot fighting? How well that ended for Bart Gunn?
Yeah, but I mean, you could take the element of it and actually, like...
And plus, the athletes that are in WWE wouldn't work well in, say, a shoot-based environment. Like,
no, I'm not saying...
I'd rather see Seth Rollins do all the flippy shit rather than just punch Roman Reigns until he stops moving.
I'm not saying, like, fucking let them fight each other for realsies. No, don't do that. Because that would be stupid. But, like, have actual characters that could be loosely based in real life and not have this weird kayfabe thing which doesn't make a lot of sense.
So basically, have a roster full of people like Brock Lesnar and 0 people like Finn Balor.
No. Finn Balor just wears makeup. That's based that. You could see that happening.
The story is that
Spooky
Finn Balor
Undertaker
gets possessed by a demon.
Spooky Undertaker needs to go away.
It's never been said that Finn Balor just paints himself. It's always been referred to as the demon.
War paint.
It's been referred to as the demon taking over.
No,
have you not seen the NXT vignettes where it's like Finn Balor in a suit and then it's Finn Balor in the demon paint? Like, the demon's taking over.
It's been explained that that's his war paint and he does that in big matches.
So why do they call him the demon Finn Balor then?
Because he dresses up like a demon. He's not actually a demon. It's like calling Michael Bisping the Count. He's not actually a fucking Viking. Or calling Anderson Silva the Spider. He's not actually a fucking spider.
Okay, so take Finn Balor and you take Kane,
That's stupid.
right? Why is
Kane. Ooh, I shoot fire.
Kane pretends to shoot fire. He doesn't actually shoot fire.
It's dumb.
He dresses up. No, it's the same thing.
No, it's not.
It's exactly the same thing.
Kane is supposedly can summon fire.
Finn Balor can supposedly teleport to the ring.
No, he can't.
Yeah, he did that once.
When?
The promo before Takeover Brooklyn.
He didn't.
Kevin Owens had. Yes, he did, Andy. He
hiding
teleported.
or something.
Oh, he was hiding under the
Stop
ring.
ruining this, okay?
No, I'm gonna prove you wrong here because
No.
you're wrong.
I'm not wrong. What are my other points?
Brick wall.
Roadblock.
No, there's no such thing as a smark because everyone is a smark.
Yes. Everyone knows it's not real.
Again, kayfabe. India's religion.
Oh, for goodness sake.
There are people who don't know it's fake.
Who?
I challenge you, go on to any WWE.com article right now, any poll that's like, who should be the next #1 contender for the Humbertishner title, right? Look at the comments section and tell me that you honestly believe there are 0 people who believe in kayfabe over the age of a certain, threshold, right? If you read half of the comments on social media and on the WWE's own website, you can clearly see that there are people who believe this to be real and comment like it's real, right? It's there. I'm not making this up. There's factual evidence to back this up.
That's 90% of
You
people...
could say that people are stupid for doing that, but the fact that they still do it is something.
90% of people know it's not real.
Okay? So not everyone is a smart then. There are marks out there.
It pretty much is.
No. Not
90%
everyone
of
not
people
everyone
are
is a smart. There are like 10% marks.
90% of people are smarks.
That's not what you said.
They're
You said
not-
everyone's a smart.
Well, I'm changing my opinion.
Right.
Right, what was the next thing I said?
Those were most of the things you got. And yeah, sure, the internet can benefit wrestling and the network exists. Sure. That's fine. That wouldn't really work without the internet.
And if it wasn't for the internet community, or the fans in general, we wouldn't have had Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30 completely change that shit card.
Fair point.
So, we're not all bad.
That's fair enough. So yeah, the internet has benefits for wrestling as a whole. I'm of the belief that maybe if the internet, didn't... I don't want to say if the internet didn't exist, because that's a really dumb thing to say, right? But internet...
Really wouldn't exist.
Internet as the context of wrestling, right? If the IWC didn't exist, actually just physically did not exist. Everything was all in kayfabe, still. The only way you would really know what was going on is through, Dave Meltzer's newsletters and stuff in, snail mail. So, if there was no internet impact on wrestling at all, I think it would be better.
No.
And I mean, yes, you do have good points in that, you have, the fans being able to kind of say what is stupid and, forcing them to change, that one time in the course of, 20 years. But the thing is, right, if you have, everything in kayfabe, I think you would be able to enjoy the product more if you didn't read dirt sheets. Say, for example, if you had no spoilers for anything. Let's take, for example, AJ Styles debuting at this year's Royal Rumble.
Right.
If we just had zero access to any dirt sheets and all we saw was him being kicked out of a Bullet Club by Kenny Omega at New Year's Dash, and then showing up completely out of nowhere at the Royal Rumble in the same month.
I don't know.
That would have been an even bigger surprise than having everyone know that AJ was leaving, and having everyone know that AJ was probably going to sign, and having spoilers being posted online. Oh, AJ's going to be in the Rumble.
Yeah, but
right?
what happens to those people who haven't seen AJ Styles before, and they YouTube AJ Styles, and all this magical stuff comes up?
Well, presumably everyone has TNA. Everyone has
I
access
don't
to
know.
TNA, right?
TNA is like a disease that
Well,
one
no,
really wants.
no. The point is that TNA, like, let's just say for the time Styles was there, because no one really knows now. TNA was accessible through most households in America, right?
Yeah, but the thing
Right.
is,
So everyone should, if they're a wrestling fan and they watch more than WWE, they should know who AJ Styles is.
well, what happens if you don't?
Well, then you're missing out. Like, but that's going to be a small percentage.
No, no, TNA is.
I get what
cup
you're
of
saying.
tea.
I get what you're saying, right? But hell, TNA isn't my cup of tea, and I watched AJ Styles on TNA because I like AJ Styles. And the whole reason I tuned into TNA in the first place wasn't due to internet wrestling communities. It was due to me flicking through the TV, being like, is there anything? Oh, Impact Wrestling. This is a thing that's not WWE. Magical. Look, it's Booker T versus Bobby Roode. Whoa. What? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And, another thing would be, I'll come back to my earlier point where it's like, would Swerved and Table for Free and all of this network content really work back in, like, I don't know, the Attitude Era, or, like, even before that with Hogan, Savage, and Steamboat and all those, like, is that the Golden Era? What came before the Attitude Era? I've heard people say it was the Golden Era.
The Hulk Hogan era.
Hulkamania. Right?
Hulkamania.
Way back in Hulkamania, would Ride Along really work?
No, but again, like, kayfabe is like the Force, and it was much stronger back then.
Right.
And now the Force is shit. So, I mean, the issue is that.
And I'm not saying that, like, Ride Along or Total Divas or anything are detractions to, like, the wrestling experience. Some may argue Total Divas is, but neither here nor there. My point is that because we have all of these numerous hours and hours and hours and hours of extra content, it makes keeping up with WWE in particular, at least, the hardest thing to do. Like, no one has all the time in the day to watch a 3-hour show and then, like, 5 one-hour or half-hour shows. Like, there's not enough time in the day for that to happen, so what I'm saying is, if we just had, say, a 2-hour Raw every week, and then a 2-hour SmackDown, and then a 1-hour NXT, that's 5 hours a week. 2, or sometimes 1 on a day. That would be better, I think at least, than having all of this extra content that you have to watch so that you can be in the know on the internet. Because if you, fun fact, if you don't know a certain thing, even the tiniest thing on the internet, they'll chew you out for it. Right? So the fact that you have to keep in all of this knowledge and retain all of these things to even, like, have a worthwhile part of the IWC is like, to what end? Do you understand what I'm saying with that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just in this make-believe world that could happen.
I guess. I mean, this is all hypothetical, is it not?
Yeah, but I mean, it just couldn't happen. Like,
And I get the feeling that my point isn't really clear here, right? I'm saying that the internet, like, wrestling community, if it didn't exist, if all of the spoilers and all of the need to keep up with all of this content, like, didn't exist, I think you would enjoy wrestling a lot more.
I don't know
Like,
about that.
take for instance, you go onto the internet and you see everyone complaining about Raw. And yet, if you didn't have that and you watched Raw, you might like what you would have seen.
I doubt that very much. The
Well,
authorities
no,
in
but
there.
that happens, though. Like, that happened at this past WrestleMania, right? Keelan Balderson said that he liked that WrestleMania until we had a Suplah episode where we complained about everything, right? And that's happened before. Like, I've seen testimonies from people online that are like, ever since I've stopped reading the dirt sheets, I've enjoyed watching Raw more. Like, so the fact that that exists in the first place, like that entire, like, thing exists in the first place, it kind of makes you believe, maybe it's better if we don't have all of these spoilers and dirty things.
I don't know.
It would be like reading the entire Wikipedia synopsis for a season of, I don't know, Archer.
House of Cards is going
Or
to
House of Cards, right? If
I'm
you,
avoiding all spoilers.
yeah, right. You're avoiding all spoilers because you want to enjoy
But
this
the
thing as
issue
it
is
happens.
that wrestling can be so shit that it's almost like you have to read the spoilers to figure out if it's going to be good or not. Like, something with House of Cards, I know is going to be good. I mean, if I read
Well,
the
you
spoilers...
don't necessarily. It could have just taken a big dive in quality.
No, I doubt that very much. It's House of Cards.
It can happen with anything.
Nope, it's House of Cards. So...
Brick wall.
House of Cards. So basically, if Raw had Kevin Spacey in, then... and
As a wrestler.
and he's the president, then it might be
The
more
president
interesting.
of Raw. Played by Kevin Spacey.
Advanced
Frank
Warfare was
McMahon.
actually good. That Call of Duty game was actually quite good.
What is your point?
The point is
Kevin
that
Spacey's a
if
good
you
actor,
know,
yes.
if you know it's good, then it's fine. But because like Raw is, some weeks it can be good and some weeks it can be shit. It's almost like a bipolar show on the planet. It's almost like you've got to read spoilers just to figure out like, and then also, what happens if you don't have time to sit there for 3 fucking hours and you've got to figure out, is this even worth watching?
Well then
And not
surely
only
you
that-
know. Surely you know by fast forwarding through things. Like, oh, it's R-Truth. Fast forward, fast forward,
Well,
fast
don't
forward.
put fucking
it's Kevin
R-Truth
Owens.
on the show then!
But people like R-Truth.
Who?
Me!
Why?
He's funny!
No, he's not!
He's...
Shit.
Okay, no. Humour is subjective. I find him funny.
I find him annoying.
People say the same about you.
That's fair enough, I suppose.
Right. Okay? You see what I mean? Like, some people will find R-Truth entering the Rumble, climbing a ladder and yelling, "Where's the briefcase?"
Okay,
funny.
that was the only entertaining thing he's done.
What about that time where he thought he was in the Money in the Bank match?
No.
What do you mean, no?
No.
That was like the funniest thing he ever did.
That was not funny.
What about the time in the Survivor Series semi-finals where he came out and he was like, "You're looking at the underdog"?
No.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, this is... replace R-Truth with you, alright? People are going to be
I'm
like, remember that time when Andy Kwan took 5 minutes to solve that riddle even though the answer was in the question? Oh yeah, that was funny. Remember that time where
That
Andy
wasn't
sang
funny.
about tossing salad that one time? Yeah, no, that wasn't funny. Like, that's the same thing. Humor
No.
is subjective.
No, it's
Yes! Yes, stop saying no! Stop that! Right? Shush! Alright, you're just wrong! Humor
R-Truth
is subjective.
R-Truth
It is
is not funny.
to you.
The New Day is funny.
To you.
R-Truth is not funny.
To you.
Fine.
You can't deny that people find R-Truth funny. I find him funny.
Why? He's not funny.
To you! Like, do you realise what you're saying?
Yes.
Right, you're
Shit.
just being annoying.
He's not good
To you.
at all. Like, okay, what can we agree on? Who is funny?
New Day.
Okay, good.
Even though
That's
they're
funny.
kind of hitting their peak now.
That's fine. But the
That's
thing,
not fine.
okay, it's not fine. But the point is that R-Truth is not funny.
To you.
To me, fine. To me, whatever.
Saying R-Truth is objectively not funny is just incorrect. Okay? That's just not fact evidence, alright?
Okay, fine.
No buts involved! That's
Right,
just-
okay, alright.
Right!
Fine. Sounds like you take away my rights to like R-Truth.
What?
I like R-Truth though. He's funny even though 90% of people think he's annoying. You okay? Like,
Did you just say that you think R-Truth is funny?
no, I just said you think R-Truth is funny, but 90% of people don't think he's funny at all.
Again, you're wrong!
Where am I wrong?
Because just because you don't like our truth doesn't mean that 90% of people,
I read
specifically
the
90%
I read
of
this
people,
shit. I read comments.
I read things too.
Maybe...
People find him funny.
Really?
Yes.
Where the fuck are you getting this from?
Reddit.
Oh, Reddit are just...
One of the most active, like, wrestling forums on the internet.
They come up with weird ideas and it's strange.
Oh, they should make WrestleMania into a fatal four-way because
Yeah, because Roman Reigns...
No.
Yes.
No, we're not going into that. What we're trying to figure out is if the internet ruins wrestling.
And the answer is no.
Okay, for the most part, no. But
Yeah,
you can see where I'm coming from
yes,
with a lot of my
I can
points.
see why, because it hurts kayfabe and it's weird and doesn't make a lot of sense and spoilers.
And I agree with you. Kayfabe should either be 100% or 0%.
Yes.
Right? 0% UFC, that's great. 100% Lucha Underground, that's great.
Yes.
50% WWE,
Weird middle ground.
ratings fall.
Yeah. They need to figure out what they want to do. Like,
They do.
if they want a reality error, fucking do it.
Right.
This Shane McMahon shit is actually quite compelling.
Right, because it references real life.
Just keep doing that then!
Except that, like, I don't actually think there's a lockbox with, like, whatever the fuck we were talking about.
I don't know what the fuck a lockbox even is, but whatever.
Right. Well, you're just silly.
Is it a safe?
Yes.
Oh, it's a... Call it a safe then!
It's a box with a lock on it, Andy.
It's a safe. Just call it a safe. Where is this
So-
alleged safe, anyway?
Somewhere. Parts unknown.
Does that exist?
Parts unknown!
Where my brain lives, because I can't do riddles, so, yeah.
Right. But, I think we've exhausted this topic as pretty much as best we can. So guys, what do you think? Do you think the internet ruins or saves wrestling? Do you think R-Truth's funny?
No.
Help me out here. Don't help him out just because you all voted for him, alright? Just help me.
He's not funny.
You didn't win anyway, but that's beside the
I
point.
did!
Comment below, what do you think of the internet's relationship with wrestling? What do you think of R-Truth? What do you think about any of the things that we've said?
What do you think?
Agree with us? Do you want to yell at us for being wrong? Leave a comment below.
What do you
We'll
think?
read it out next week. What do you think? Also visit Suplah.com for the broadcast, MP3 downloads of the show, and host biographies.
It's all in the
Everything you want right
description below.
Hold on.
Oh, we're not there yet.
WrestlePundit.com for all the latest news, rumors, and memes of wrestling. It's all good. iTunes is a bitch, but we're on it anyway.
Are we still on that thing?
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't update, but that's what Suplah.com's there for, so you can get MP3 downloads of your favourite show.
Why
Alright?
don't you just do the RSS feed from our website?
We're on iTunes, search our name and you'll find us. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all named The Suplah.
Yes.
Search us, and you'll find us. You can also buy merchandise. We got a small store set up in the corner of Suplah City, where we have various shirts and other things that you can buy. Andy's face will be in the store soon, I guarantee you. But, everything will be in the description for you, if you missed any of that.
Also, should I spoil? No, I won't spoil something. But there will be a corner of Suplah City where I will reside in. Let's just call it Quan's Corner.
You done?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna get back to watching the What Culture video that I worked on, and we'll see you next week.
And I'm gonna go and do what I do.
That's an amazing outro, Andy. Goodbye.
Da, 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 da.
You know, you sit there and you sing the super theme. I work on videos for What Culture. Have you worked on the videos for What Culture?
I'm going to read. I can read. Oh no. What page did I go up to? Oh, fuck, I didn't bookmark it. No, no.
Fucking unicorns!